Hey guys, good morning. It's a heat wave across the United States the next few days, and the Ozarks is no exception. I think it's like not even 10 in the morning and it's 80 degrees with 80% plus humidity, so it's a little uncomfortable out here. But yeah, what I want to talk about this morning is this homesteading, this lifestyle, which definitely not complaining. I do love it, but it's not much different than a full-time job. You have your good days and your bad days and your frustrations. So as you'll see, I mean, everything doesn't work out all the time. Take a look at this follow-up on the duck attack video. All right, yep, you see that axe? Maybe you know what that means, and no, it's not time to butcher a chicken. But for the 5th time, freaking snake was in my cage again. Now this looks like a different one. It looks a little bit smaller, but his fate wasn't as good as the other ones. So yeah, I beheaded his ass. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3 or 4 eggs in his belly. And there's only 1 left in my coop. I'm so sick of these ducks being bombarded. And it's not like I can just load them up and drive them 5 miles and dump them off on my neighbor's property, you know? So this is gonna be it. It's the only thing left I can do now, without spending hundreds of dollars to try to snake proof this coop, which I don't even technically know if it's possible. He ate the eggs in that box and he was resting in this box. These ducks, these poor ducks, got to be like, can't we just have... So if you look in here, there's 1 egg left. I don't know if you can see it, it's right there. So sad. Sad on both parts. I tried not to kill snakes. You know, my son's a big fan of them. And I don't like to take a life unless I have to. But at this point, I'm just at ends. I want to get some ducks this year, some more ducks. But this is making it difficult. So I also wanted to show you some things in my garden. So I planted a bunch of peppers. Keep in mind, I don't want peppers just for fresh eating. I want them for canning, right? Jarring, dehydrating. But you can see the first 4 there, I'm doing all right, except for the second one, which fell over. The stem is definitely dried and cracked. I guess maybe I could try to stake that. But we keep going down the line. I got dead. That one's okay. Dead. Get over here. Dead. Dying. Dead. So I'm losing about 50% of the seedlings that I spent months starting and hours planting. So I'm a little discouraged. And then over here, most of my radishes and or onions and or beets, they bolted. Look, flowers, right? So you pull these out, pull this big boy out, look, there's nothing. No radish, no beet, no nothing. See, there's another one there I pulled out the other day. So these are the latest onions that I planted. They're all right. They haven't bolted yet, but this hot weather is not going to help. So I wanted to show you some of these onions. The first onions that I planted, right? So they went to flower. It's a pretty big thing. But look, this is about the size of it when I planted it, maybe slightly bigger. It just went straight to bolt. See, there's a couple more. Check this one out. This one bolted. So bolting, so this is your onion leaves, I guess, or stems, these ones right here. But when it gets this solid shoot that comes out of the center, sending up a flower. Now you can still eat and save your onions. It just reduces the amount of time that they're viable, because that stem goes down into the bulb and it will be the first thing to rot. But I don't even think I have a bulb. Look, look at this tiny little thing. It's no bigger than my finger. Like, they immediately went to bolt. And there's another one. I highly doubt that I'm gonna get any onions. Like 400 onions I planted, and I don't think I'm gonna get any. It's craziness. So let's see. Let's sum it up. All right. Can't get any more ducks, because the snakes are just relentless. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I haven't been able to get a decent hatch rate out of my incubators down here. The third thing is, everything in my garden is going to bolt. And it's been a lot of work just to get here. And I got some watermelons that are MIA. I think critters have been picking them off. As a matter of fact, take a look at this. It's still here if we can see it. So I planted a watermelon here. Yeah, not so much. Now, I didn't dig that little round hole. That hole is from some sort of an insect, bee, wasp, whatever, but damn watermelon's gone. And if you guys watched any of my videos from before, I was talking about irrigating. I was under the assumption that I may not need to irrigate down here because there's so much rain. So this whole orchard and my whole garden has no drip irrigation or water lines. So I've got to run hundreds of feet of hoses just to get things watered, because we're going to be 95 today, 97 tomorrow, and then 95 for the next 2 days. No rain in the forecast for the next 7 to 10 days. So I'm definitely going to have to water all this stuff by hand, which, I don't know. Sometimes when you make a decision and it's a wrong decision, you just get discouraged. Today, I'm feeling discouraged. I just don't know. I'm not knocking homesteading. I love not having to get up to work a 9 to 5 every day. I love not having to be accountable to a boss or have somebody, you know, degrading me or anything like that. But homesteading is a job too, and sometimes it doesn't go well. Or so you have those discouraging days. You may not see these type of videos on a lot of other channels, but I'm telling you, it is just the reality. Something else I wanted to mention too was I put those little holes in there. Look at this bed. It is full of weeds. I mean, they are growing out of every hole and every crevice. If I didn't have this weed block down, it would be impossible to garden here. So even though you throw a weed block and you burn those little holes in there, the best thing to do is to keep it weeded at this point right here. You get this little thing popping up, yank it out and yank them out, because they're gonna get out of hand. So it's definitely not weed-free gardening. So if you let it get out of control, that's what it's gonna look like, folks. That is 90% weeds. That tomato is a volunteer, by the way. I didn't plant that. And I don't know what this is. This looks like some sort of vine. I don't know, it might be a vegetable, but I didn't plant that either. There was radishes in here, and there was. Now there's just weeds and stuff. So weed fabric is not the end all to your weeds, but without it, gardening would be 100% impossible. without chemicals. And this is an organic garden, so we use no chemicals and no chemical based fertilizers. Actually, I haven't put any fertilizer on it at all. I'm not even a big fan of organic stuff. I like to just use compost. Everything that I'm decaying, grass clipping, leaves, vegetable scraps, leftover garden material. So yeah, anyways, that's just another thing that's got me a little bit down today. So for today, you won't see the video, but I'm gonna plant those sauce tomatoes, paste tomatoes. I got San Marzanos and Amish paste. They're gonna go in this row here. And I'm planning on doing the Florida weave. Never used it before, never tried it before. But I had my kids tie together all the leftover baleen twine from our hay, and that's what you see laying there. And I'm gonna tie those together and use them, string them up. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So stay tuned, hang around. Hopefully there'll be a more positive, uplifting video in a couple days. Thanks for watching.